they can get the word out without coming to a place where the questions might not be friendly. They can go to places where the questions are friendly because these teams now control a lot of their own shows. They have their own shows. They produce their own shows. The people who are employed by the team. The people who are employed by the team are not going to attack the coach. And that's what goes on now in sports is that these teams all have programs and all have telecasts and broadcasts where they are team people, where they're controlled by the team. So they're never going to be overly critical because they're actually team employees. So they're going to there's a lot of that. They've taken that away where that's the conduit to the fans. So if you work on, say, MSG Network, you're not going to go after, Dolan or one of their coaches on the NFL network, MSG Network. You'd be fired. So you know that going in. So same thing where these team broadcasts, they're only going to go so far. So that's a safe haven where they feel they can get their message out and they're not going to be confronted. There's enough of those places now where the teams can pretty much do that and then just do the minimum and get by. They have the ability to do that because they now can reach the audience without going through hostile territory. That wasn't always the case. They now can do that. Now, and the network guys, the network game guys who are network guys, remember, they go in during the week. They're not there all the time. They show up. They meet with the people from the team. They meet with the coach. They meet with the quarterback. They pick out a couple players. They talk to the PR people, and they get their take, and the team tries to spin them. I mean, that's what they do. And those guys will then give you that on the weekend, and then they might be critical. Some of them are critical during the game of what they see, and some aren't. But they've heard from the team all week in that setting because when you when you parachute in, you sit down with the coach. He'll tell you this and that. You sit down with with the quarterback, blah, 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 same thing, and that's what goes on every week. So, that's how it works. So there's a lot of places they can pretty much control the message a lot better than in the old days. So from that standpoint, they can still get to you, which is what they want to do, without it going through hostile territory.